Harry Styles has firmly cemented himself as one of the biggest pop stars in the world right now. So much so that One Direction isn't the very first thing to think of anymore when it comes to Harry, as an artist. Of course, there are benefits coming from a hugely popular group, such as One Direction, but there are also downsides and always the risk of being pigeonholed into this teeny bopper nostalgia act. But Harry has run in a completely different direction. It's not exactly surprising when an ex-member of a popular group achieves some sort of solo success, but Harry is at a different stage where he's not only achieved a hit or two, but multiple hit albums, sustained popularity, and relevancy. And today we're going to be uncovering some of the reasons why he was able to completely break away from the One Direction mold, and things that very likely contributed to his rising solo star power. The first thing I want to start with is initial popularity. Because Harry didn't have an underdog narrative while going solo, Harry was always one of the more popular members of One Direction when he was still in the group. Very charismatic and a standout in the group. He was kind of the default lead figure, even if they didn't technically have a lead singer. One Direction was a huge group in general. All the members had their fans, but of course the fans also have their favorite members, and of course being one of the more popular members in a group extends your fan base and helps set you up for a solo career. Publicity. Publicity and controversy is something that a lot of celebrities are shy to acknowledge as an attributing factor to their visibility and success. To be clear, it doesn't mean some celebs owe their success to anyone. However, controversy and publicized relationships do help gain traction and spread your name. Harry Styles is someone that has been able to capitalize on the spectacle and allure of his love life. He very famously dated Taylor Swift in 2012, and they both went on to write songs about each other. There's even some songs rumored to be about Swift on Harry's debut album, and the 1989 album is largely speculated to have many songs alluding to Harry. As a solo artist, his sexuality has also come into play. And question: although Harry has respectfully declined to label his sexuality, there have been theories on some of his work alluding to him being involved with men. He has only publicly been involved in highly publicized relationships with women though, such as Taylor, Camille Rowe, and most recently Olivia Wilde, which is a bit of a media spectacle within itself. These type of relationships have undoubtedly contributed to the allure and media speculation around Harry Styles. A clear style. As opposed to other members of One Direction, who seem to be kind of doing an offshoot of what One Direction was doing, or a direct offshoot of what another popular act is doing, Harry has kind of carved into a more distinctive style that is firmly rooted in a lot of the classic rock era's influence, which is not exactly a common style to take on amongst Harry's peers, and it's also not a style that has been wildly seen in the current pop world for Harry's younger target demographic. It's like a combo of classic rock aesthetics and modern pop. The music. Arguably the most important thing is his music. Harry is not a teen pop star anymore, where he could release just any old thing in some completely brainless teen pop song and still be successful. I have no doubt that he could probably do that now if he chose to because he has grown such a loyal fan base, but I don't think he could have done that at the start of his career if he wanted to sustain it. Harry's musical style is often influenced by classic rock sounds of the 70s and 60s, as well as contemporary indie pop music. Harry also incorporates a lot of personal topics in his music, so it doesn't tend to be faceless. He talks about his relationships, heartaches, himself, and so on. Even if Harry releases a song that isn't strong, I feel like he has been successful in finding his niche, catering to it, and growing with it. He has grown in sales, critical acclaim, and popularity with every release, thus far. Unconventional evolution. Harry's style wasn't the typical evolution from a boy band. In fact, I would say it was pretty drastic. He completely remolded himself away from his boy band image. He often takes on flamboyant and feminine clothing in his fashion as an adult. And as far as music, take his debut single, Sign of the Times, as an example. which completely abandoned top 40 trends and took on a sound that is more reminiscent of some of the work acts like Elton John and Bowie did. Harry didn't present himself as a One Direction variant. Determination. And lastly, also arguably the most important, is his determination. Harry has made extremely smart career choices. He has his own record label, and he has had it since his first album. He's branched out into fashion, movies, and has become quite the concert attraction. Harry Styles has worked pretty hard to maintain his name and grow into solo stardom. It's almost always worth acknowledgement when a child star is able to transition into an adult star and grow into their own and sustain it as well.